Double D, Derek Dimes, defeatthebook.com. Guys, let us help you beat those odds. If you're new to the page, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. You've come to the right place. Make sure you go down below, subscribe, click the bell so you're notified as we're a nice little free pick run. We want to try to continue the momentum, continue to build, continue to give you guys winners as we had a nice little skid there in the month of October. But we're back on track and getting things running the way that I know that you guys like. Make sure you're following Bryce. TikTok and Twitter is mainly where he operates. All the links to our social media are posted down below. I put stuff on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Very active on Twitter. I like to have conversations back and forth, get involved with everything that's going on Twitter. But defeatthebook.com, you click down below, you'll get the full description, guys. $24.99 gets you a full card NFL. Obviously, we had a nice 3-0 in one day, push day on our 5 unit. I had TCU minus the 7. I just missed the 6.5. I wanted it at 6.5. And I didn't get it there. Ended up having to get it at 7. Still liked it at 7 as the absolute top that I would take it. It ended up being a push. Very slow first half for TCU. Expected them to be a lot more explosive earlier on. But all in all, great day. Plus 6 units, 6.5, almost 7 units overall. No losses, 1 push. Don't worry, guys. I'll make sure I take care of you today. People that were on the $5 Friday as we tried to give you the 5 unit yesterday didn't work. I have another one I love here today. The NFL 4 unit selection. Overall, we have 11 units in play here tonight, and super excited about it. I'm going to give you guys a free pick, send you guys on your way to have a great Sunday, match up your parlays, take this, make sure you add in your parlays. It's a pick that I think will cash, and we're going to continue to roll here on the free pick side. Right, so Miami Dolphins coming in here, Teddy Two Gloves, I call him, Teddy Bridgewater coming in, one of the best backups in the game. He's one of those guys that's like, he probably could start for some of these younger guys, but they don't see him as a guy that they can win a Super Bowl with, so he's just like a really good backup. But Teddy Two Gloves is coming in, obviously, with Tua out with a concussion, going up against the New York Jets, who have just been comeback killers. They came back and beat the Browns. They came back and beat the Pittsburgh Steelers with young Kenny Pickett at the helm. And Wilson is here at the helm for this matchup. Now, line sitting at 3.5. Total is sitting at 45. Looking at it live here, sorry, very, very early here on the East Coast. But wanted to make sure I gave you guys this video and gave you some content before I got some Z's for the next day and got these plays out to you, right? So one thing I think that we need to look at before we dive into this matchup, is the teams that they've played so far. If you look at the Miami Dolphins schedule and you look at their statistics and you look at their defense, you can easily be skewed to think that their defense isn't so good, which I would beg to differ. They just happen to play 3 of the best quarterbacks in the NFL consecutively, and they've held their own. They're going 2-1 in those matchups, and really that's because Tua went out against Joey Burrows and the Cincinnati Bengals. They lost that game 15-27. So this will be different. I believe Miami Dolphins team, they'll have it scripted for Teddy Two Gloves, a little bit different. Not as good of an arm, not as live of an arm as Tua, even though he doesn't have a big arm either. But I don't think the drop-off is that significant from Tua to Teddy Two Gloves. Honestly, just the age factor is the biggest difference. But play-wise, I don't think there's that much of a drop-off. He has too many dynamic playmakers on the outside. Now, the Jets, they do have 2 wins. They did look great in that comeback win against the Pittsburgh Steelers. But Pittsburgh is in a full rebuild mode. Kenny Pickett's getting his first start here this week. They had Mitch Trubisky, who we know is basically turning into a journeyman as he's been at Buffalo, Chicago, and now he's with Pittsburgh. He's being benched for the younger guy, Kenny Pickett, who's a local guy, played for Pittsburgh there, Panthers, and had a great college career there for them. And they're 14-point underdogs this week. But they've only beaten 2 teams. The Browns win is a good win. They lost to any team that's good. The Ravens and the Bengals, they lost by double digits in both those matchups. And I think that Miami's too good of a team. We've seen them beat Buffalo now. We've seen them beat Baltimore. We've seen them beat the Patriots. And I know people think that Patriot win's not a big win, but we've seen what the Patriots did to the Packers. Took them all the way to overtime and almost won that game with the backup quarterback. They had or the third stringer, I'm sorry. Hoyer goes out and Zaspy goes in and does a great job against a very good Green Bay Packers defense here. So I think Miami will have much more success here defensively, going up against easily the worst team that they faced this year. Hopefully it's not a look-over spot, but I don't think it will be. They're looking to establish themselves as one of the NFL's best, one of the NFL's elite. They've done that so far, in my opinion. I think they're one of the better teams in the league, beating two playoff caliber, two teams that can win it all in Buffalo and Baltimore, honestly. And Cincinnati, who was in it last year, they lost, but that was on a short week there. So they get the extra time coming off that Thursday loss to build up and get ready for this game against the Jets. I don't think that they overlook them. I think they get the job done, and this number is just right for me. Give me the Miami Dolphins laying 3.5 on the road against the Jets is my official free pick of the day. Guys, let me know if you agree, you disagree, whatever the case may be. $24.99, 4 picks, guys. Hop on board. We're going to have ourselves a day and cap this weekend off in great fashion. Derek, dimes, defeatthebook.com. Excuse my Snuggie. It's a little chilly in here. It's like a little zip-up blanket jacket thing. I don't know. This thing's fire. I never take it off. I usually take it off for videos, but I didn't feel like taking it off, so I didn't. Derek Dimes, defeatthebook.com, guys. Best of luck whether you decide to tail or fade. Either way, I hope you guys have a blessed Sunday.